Good day, everybody. This is Ying Yang in California, again with The Rules, All the Rules by Ellen Fein and Sherrie Schneider. The original book was this thin, and the current book is this thin. It's different. It's because you actually get a second book in one when you buy All the Rules. So we'll read rule number one today: be a creature unlike any other. Now, the reason that I read this to you so much is that I love the rules. They changed my life. They changed my life for the better because they gave me higher self esteem for dating. I never had to question my relationships with men, which I used to do all the time. I used to say, oh gosh, I wonder what he thinks of me. Gosh, I wonder what he thinks of me. And women tend to do that. Some women tend to do that. A lot of women tend to do that. So let's move on. Be a creature unlike any other. Be a creature unlike any other. Being a creature unlike any other is a state of mind. You don't have to be rich, beautiful, or exceptionally smart to feel this way about yourself. And you don't have to be born with this feeling either. It can be learned, practiced, and mastered, like all the other rules in these books. Being a creature unlike any other is really an attitude, a sense of confidence and radiance that permeates your being from head to toe. It's the way you smile, you light up the room, pause in between sentences, you don't babble on and on out of nervousness, listen attentively, look demurely, never stare, breathe slowly, stand straight, and walk briskly with your shoulders back. It doesn't matter if you're not a beauty queen, that you never finished college, or that you don't keep up with current events. You still think you're enough. You have more confidence than women with MBAs or money in the bank. You don't grovel. You're not desperate or anxious. You don't date men who don't want you. You trust in the abundance and goodness of the universe. If not him, someone better, you say. You don't settle. You don't chase anyone. You don't use sex to make men love you. You believe in love and marriage. You're not cynical. You don't go to pieces when a relationship doesn't work out. Instead, you get a manicure and go out on another date or to a singles dance. You're an optimist. You brush away a tear so that it doesn't smudge. Hi, Noah! Good to see you. Hey there. We met at the secret knock. You brush away a tear so that it doesn't smudge your makeup, and you move on. Of course, that is not how you really feel. This is how you pretend you feel until it feels real. You act as if. On a date, you never show that getting married is foremost on your mind. You're cool. He may think you've turned down several marriage proposals. Oh, what am I reading? What am I reading? I am reading All the Rules by Ellen Fein and Sherrie Schneider. These are the mavens that changed the dating world for women dating men as well as for every permutation: women dating men dating women, men dating men, women dating women. It's where's the other book? Here's the Rules Handbook, is their latest book, and it talks about something to do every single day of the year. And this morning we would be on day 256 out of that year. So what I'm reading is be a creature unlike any other, which is rule number one for women dating men. Now, the idea is that man pursues woman biologically, he's the aggressor, regardless of how technology has changed us. We don't feel that biology has changed at all. Men still like the chase, and so they like to feel like they've pinned you down for a date, for a touchdown. You have to, if you're married, men have to fight a little for the wife's time and chase her around the kitchen a little. And, anyway, when she flirts, he turns into a tiger, that kind of thing. So you're cool. He may think you've turned down several marriage proposals. You sip, never slurp your drink, and let him find out all about you instead of the other way around. He should be an open book. Your answers are short, light, and flirtatious. In other words, he should be an open book, but you should be mysterious. He should be uh, facts out in the open all the time, and she can be mysterious and let her info out slowly or at a slow pace. Your gestures, if you're a woman, are soft and feminine. When your hair falls in front of your face, you tilt your head back and comb back your hair with your hand from the top of your head in a slow, sweeping motion. All your movements, the way you excuse yourself to use the ladies' room or look at your watch to end the date, are fluid and sexy, not jerky or self conscious. You've been on many dates before. You're a pro. That's because you take care of yourself. You don't lie in bed depressed, eating cookies before the date. You took a bubble bath, read this book, and built up your soul with positive slogans like, I'm a beautiful woman. I am enough. You told yourself that you don't have to do anything more on the date than show up. He'll either love you or not. It's not your fault if he doesn't call again. You're beautiful inside and out. Someone else will love you if he doesn't. All that matters is that you end the date first. See rule number 11. When you go to singles dances or parties, I'm going to read the entire rule number 1. When you go to singles dances or parties, you pump yourself up. You pretend you're a movie star. You hold your head high and walk in as if you just flew in from Paris on the Concorde. You're only in town for one night, and if some lucky hunk doesn't swoop down and grab you, it'll be his loss. You get a drink, a Perrier perhaps, even if you're not thirsty. It keeps your hands busy so you don't bite your nails or twirl your hair out of nervousness. You don't show that you're nervous even if you are. That's the secret. You act as if everything's great, even if you're on the verge of flunking college or getting fired. You walk briskly, as if you know where you're going, which is just around the room. You keep moving. You don't stand in a corner waiting for anyone. They have to catch you in motion. That's a classic line in this book. They have to catch you in motion. If you think you aren't pretty, if you think other girls are better dressed or thinner or cooler, you keep it to yourself. You tell yourself, any man would be lucky to have me. Until it sinks in and you start to believe it. Write it in lipstick on your mirror. If a man approaches you, you smile and answer yeah, what we write is any man would be lucky to know me. If a man approaches you, you smile and answer his questions very nicely without saying too much. You're demure, a bit mysterious. You leave him hungry for more as opposed to bored. After a few minutes, you say, I think I'll walk around now. It's that simple. You do the rules and trust that one day a prince will notice that you're different from all other women he's known and ask for your hand. But I skipped a paragraph just in case. So, didn't know if everybody was like, tired or not. That's what it's like. This changed my life. I did everything in rule number 1. I used to be a different person. I used to be more nervous. I used to be more nervous. I used to be more nervous. That's what I'll say about myself. I was a very self-conscious person. I'm still a little self-conscious, but I don't let it show the way I used to. And I will check my posture in reflective surfaces. But not conspicuously. I'll be like, All right. Well, I hope to talk to you later. Let me check and see Noah. It's great to see you. Okay, I'll talk to you again. Old Kinderhook. I always talk about James Monroe, the eighth president of the United States from Kinderhook, New York, who always wanted things to be okay. Old Kinderhook. Bye bye.